What's up? What's up? How you
Hold
guys
on.
doing?
Give me 1 second. I got to send you something to your phone. Hold on.
Okay. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Let me see. Let me
Hello?
see. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, everybody.
What's the word, everybody? Okay, okay, I got it. Oh, you fucker.
I didn't get it. I was just thinking of you, though.
Damn.
But it's that strawberry one that you
I see that.
want.
All right, so tonight is gonna be a tough one. Um, let me. How do I start this? So basically,
Well, I will let more people come in, babe. Just get to the comments first, and then.
yeah. Yeah, I guess we can do that. So let me read some of these comments. Um,
Because we got something serious to talk about tonight. I hope you guys don't mind.
yeah, it's serious and sad actually, and but we're gonna do this. Cricket's wife said, "Where's Timo?" LOL. um, Chella said, "I'll take the rain to you. I'll take the rain to you. Can have heat, Tom." Right? He said, "Over there," said Tom. "Hello to everyone," said Maruka. Okay. Trying to get I'm fucking with Timo.
What?
I'm fucking with Timo.
Oh, you find him?
I found him.
Mm-hmm.
Little sucio.
Sergio, go get him. Tell him mom and dad need to have a serious discussion. We're having a. We need you guys to sit down because we got to talk about something serious tonight, and you know.
Yeah. Funny. So Tom said, oh, Maruka said hello to everyone. Tom said hi, Jovan. I see Tom ran from me on the chest, just so everybody knows. Uh-huh. Just waiting. I was just waiting, but he just nada.
Maybe he was busy.
Chella said, hola, wifey. Sergio said, hey, white fence, how you feeling? Cricket's wife said, hey, Tom, Chella, and Serge. I'm doing a lot better, said Maruka. Still have a
Yeah.
little cough, but my nose stopped running.
So I found some Robitussin tablets. They're like gel for like that lingering little annoying cough and that mucus. And
Yeah.
it sucks because when I get like that mucus, I have to like throw up because I don't know how to spit. So like and it's like horrible. But I hope that'll work. But my nose stopped running, but now my nose is all chapped up.
Yeah.
And I just like have a little bit in my throat, but I feel so much better. I really do. I feel like honestly like 80% better. I feel okay today. I went to work today and got out a little bit early, but it was good. Like I was able to sit there for like a good 6 hours.
Yeah. Well, at least you were able to do that, babe.
Yeah. How was your day?
I'm good. I was good. It was so like I said, I woke up and I had received a comment from a viewer. One that's been around for a long time, was always in our lives. Um, and I'm gonna get into that right now. in a few minutes. We're gonna talk about what's going on with that. Um, it's it's a sad situation and one that nobody would want, obviously, to go through. So let me just get to these comments real quick, get through them. I'm not gonna do a lot of talking right now. I just want to get through these comments. So if you say hi, we'll say hi back and move on because we need to get to something. So Chela said, "Hola, wifey." Sergio said, "Hey, white fence, how you feeling?" Cricket's wife said, "Hey, Tom, Chela, Serge, I'm doing a lot better." She said, "Still have a low cough, but my nose stopped running." That's good. Glad you're improving," said Sergio. Tom said they caught that dude that escaped and they killed him, but he killed a father and his 4 kids first. Crazy world we live in. Yeah, that's a trip. 4 kids. Chelis said, "Yep, it was a grandfather, 66. His grandkids." Yeah. Uh, Tom said, "Mama." Chelis said, "It's crazy, Tom. You were just saying how there hadn't been any news on him. Then last night I saw it." Yeah. Tom said, "Cops are fucking up left and right again. Seems when it comes to big issues, the cops turn into stumbling, bumbling cowards and idiots. They need to catch for letting the 19 kids and 2 teachers die. And for the family of 5, too. Look, many of us have been on them buses. Ain't no way you can do that without help. No way." Yeah. That's why, I mean, that makes me question it for sure. When you go on an outside transport as a max inmate, they put that iron on extra tight. Yeah, I mean, shit. We started getting the black boxes and all that. Yeah, I don't know. Chele put, "I ain't been on one, thank God, but I'm not dumb and see how they are." You're right, Tom. Monica, hi guys. When can I go live? This is Carlos. What's up, Carlos? I'm gonna bring you in, and let me just get to the end of these comments. Let me explain a little bit about what's going on, and then we're gonna get you on here. Sergio put, let's talk about that outdated smoke detector on the ceiling," said Tom. I told him, Mom, but you know him. He don't listen," said Sergio.
That's why you're the favorite, Serge.
Uh-oh. Uh, See, Tom said, "I'm not playing chess at midnight. I'm old." We had all day, fool. You sending me pictures and YouTube stuff. I could have mollywopped you anytime today. Awesome person. Saludos, familia. Happy viernes. Dolly Mesa put, "Hello, fam. Feel better." What's up? Thank you, Dolly. Do you feel better or I feel better? Or Maruka feel better? Like, we can all feel.
All of us need to feel better.
Ty 602 put, "What up, fam?" Dolly put, "Fucking cops messed me up out in Mesa on May 21st. Damn. Tom said, "Mesa cops are the worst in the nation." All right. So here we go. Um, I don't know how many of you remember. Uh, there used to be on the lives always someone. It was a girl's name, Carla Nieto, right? And he had always said, "No, that's Maruca's. Um, it's Maruca's. What's it called? Damn it, this thing. It's Maruca's. ¿Cómo se llama?
Count.
Account. Yeah, that's my lady's account, and so so we knew it was Carlos Nieto. But I remember, I don't know if you guys remember how, if you guys remember that. Anyway, so I got Carlos reached out, and it was a long comment, uh, just to do away with the drama and all that. He lost his son. His 18-year-old son passed, um, and it was sudden. So I guess the I'll let him kind of give some of the details of what it is, but basically they knew nothing until until they did, right? So they found out that I'm trying to set this up. All
Oh
right.
my God, bro.
They found out that that he was that he had cancer, and 2 weeks later he was gone. He was supposed to graduate from Glendale High School this last week with the rest of his class, and he didn't make it. I'm gonna bring homie in, kind of let him talk a little bit about his son, what happened, and then I'm gonna post up. They have a GoFundMe for funeral expenses and stuff like that. If anybody can, I taught, obviously, when it comes to something like that, I'm absolutely gonna post stuff like that up, that anything that I can. So that's what I'm gonna do. But let me get him in here. Are you still there, Carlos? So I can tell you how. I don't know if you want me to send you the link, or do you just want me to put it here, and you can come on your you could just click on it. Let me try both. I'm gonna go ahead and just put it on here, brother, and okay, I'm gonna put the link on here. All right, go ahead and click on that link. While you're doing that, I'm gonna give me a sec to get something. Are they there yet? Not yet. Dolly Mesa, how can I send you a personal message? To him, he'll be on right now. If you're talking about me, you could, it's email, but he'll be on right now. Chele pinche poke, you owe me a Coke, said Tom. All right, let me see how I can do. I'm still waiting for him to come in. If you're having trouble, I can try to send it to your email, bro. Just let me know. Oh, no. There he is. He's here. Okay. Hey.
Hey, man, how you doing, bud?
All right. How you doing, Carlos? What's going on, bro?
Hey, nice
Hello.
to finally meet you under the circumstances, though. Wish could have been another way.
Yeah. My condolences, bro. I want to put this up, if it's okay, just while you speak a little bit and tell us. I want them to see that for now. You want me to take it down while you speak, brother?
No, that's fine. Any missed opportunity, I don't want no opportunity missed right now. So
I'm gonna post it up. I'm gonna post it up after. I'll have it on the community page. If you want, I can take it down while you talk.
Yeah, however you see fit, Manuel.
It's up to you, brother. If you think you can get through it, whichever
Yeah,
way
you know
you.
what? I mean, in that instance, looking at it, hearing you speak right now about him, my wife was
Yeah,
telling me he's strong, but it's
yeah,
very hard,
I
hard
get
thing
it.
to deal with right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So uh, people are asking if you have a Cash App instead of GoFundMe, so they can send it directly to you.
My yeah, we do. We have Venmo. Is it Venmo, babe? Venmo and well, what is it on? It's at Venmo at Moni 2579.
I'll get it better from you, and I'll post it with everything else on the actual community page. So when people just go to YouTube, they'll see it. If they're subscribed to me, it'll pop up, and I'll have all that info on there también.
Okay,
Um,
sounds good, man.
but go ahead, brother. Do your thing. I know you wanted to talk about everything you got going as far as you know, raising the funds, doing the car wash, all of that stuff. Whatever you want to talk about, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you. First and foremost, I'd like to just thank you and your wife for allowing me to come onto your platform. But as I was
Absolutely.
sitting down thinking about like what could I do for my son here, because I'm financially not secure to throw down what he needed to throw down to bury him, and so I thought, you know what, Manuel does an outreach for trying to save the youth, and I thought my son was very easily could have very easily went down that road by the choices I and his mother made early on in his early years, and he kind of did for a second there. He gave us a little scare that he was just gonna be a little travieso out there on the street, but he got it together, man. As I got my life back together, he started pulling it together, and his freshman year, he kind of struggled, but after that, he picked it up. His final year to just get into it. Last year, before I moved to Sholo, Arizona, for work opportunity, he came home one day and he was like, "My knee hurts," and I'm like, "What happened, mijo?" And he was like, "Well, I bumped it at basketball practice with another player." So instantly, I assumed, oh, well, you got a sports injury right there. It's gonna take a while for you to heal, you know. So be prepared, work it out, stretch it, don't baby it. And long story short, for the last year, he had been complaining on and off of it bothering him. Take him to an urgent care, they wrap it up, they give him a massage, whatnot, and give him some crutches, and he was on his way. It'd go away and then it'd come back. And again, as a father, you don't think nothing other than it's a sports injury. It wasn't until about December of this last December that passed, bola popped out where his knee was at, and it looked like it had liquid in it and somewhat bruising. So at that point, because I'm in Sholo, he's staying with my mom and dad, and they pushed the issue for him to be seen by some type of specialist because it just didn't look right. And well, when you're dealing with specialists and from one to the next, it takes about 30 days in between each appointment. So from the time December happened, I sent you a picture of his graduation picture in March, where he still looks somewhat healthy. He was already losing weight there, but basically my son had cancer and we didn't know this whole time up until about May 1st when we took him to the emergency room because his hemoglobins had dropped really low where he couldn't breathe and he turned really pale. So we take him in and they run the blood work on him. And you probably ask yourself, well, how come they didn't do this the first time around? I have no idea. It's something that I'm gonna have to live with to regret for the rest of my life. And by the time they told us he had cancer, 2 weeks later he's gone, and it just sucks because he really turned his life around to graduate from high school. He went to school this year with a bump on his leg swollen, and he still did what he had to do to graduate and walk down that stage. And mind you, again, he doesn't know he has cancer this whole time. So when we find out he has cancer in the hospital 2 weeks ago, the doctors at Shea Medical are telling us, well, because he got pretty skinny, man. He was about 140, 5'11" is his normal weight, about 140. He got down to about 100 pounds. And when I walked into the hospital room, because I hadn't seen him in about 10 months because I work in Sholo, and when I walked into the hospital room, I seen death. As a father in my gut, I seen him. and it scared the Jesus out of me. And so I prayed like I never prayed before. Waited to see if the doctors could come back with some miracle news that they could help my son. And again, as a father, when you see your child in this position, you kind of have a gut feeling, man, like something's not right here, but you're holding on for hope. And throughout the whole time, my son never cried. He never complained. On the contrary, he would look at me or his tata or his brother and be like, "Are you guys crying? Are you guys down? Don't be down." Um, he had a great attitude. He didn't want to take the pain medications that the doctors were giving him because he told him he didn't want to become addicted. And the ladies had to explain to him, like, "Yo, you got cancer. Like, you need this medicine right here. It's the only thing that's going to help take the pain away." But he refused it up until the point where the head nurse had to come in and explain to him, like, "You need this medicine right here. It's going to help you feel better." And it's just a testament to who he was and what he stood for. You got these kids out here today trying to be cool and trying to run around and fit an image, and my son was totally cool walking in his own shoes. And he had heart. He had major heart. Like, all his friends let me know, like, "Man, your son, he was with the business, but he didn't pump his chest out there like that. He wasn't out there trying to be seen, or he just laid low, did his schoolwork, went home, watched SpongeBob on the weekends, and was just a great, respectful kid, man. Very respectful. Didn't look for conflict. And as a father, you ask yourself, I believe in the Lord, and I know, God. I have faith that God took him, for a reason. But to see your son die of cancer and to see what the cancer does to the body and how it blows it up, the pain he was in, it did something to me, Manuel. I've seen a lot of things in my life, and this one right here did something to me, man. They say if you could change overnight, a night you had a magic wand, you would do it. Well, something like this, if you're a human being, it'll change you overnight. That second, that moment. And again, that's everything in a nutshell, real quick, of what we've been through these last 2 weeks. Um, I'm just glad he's not suffering no more. He endured a lot of pain, and like I said, man, this kid did not cry one time. The only time he cried, Manuel, was he seen his tata and his brother crying when oncologists had told us that there was nothing else they could do for him. He sees my dad crying, and we're all, as a family, like, we got to stay strong for him and not let him let us see him freak out like that, because it might scare him. And the position he was in, that's the last thing we wanted to do. So when my dad walked out the room and his brother walked out the room, and the doctors, he turns around and looks at me and breaks down. And I'm like, "What's wrong? Are you hurting? What's wrong?" And he said, "No, Dad, it was weird to see Tata and my brother cry like that. Why are they crying?" And it broke my heart, man, because I know he's reading in between them lines, like, something's not right here. Something's not right. And we kept it up to him until the priest came over his bed in his room, because we were allowed to bring him home after they told us they couldn't do nothing for him. And when the priest prayed over him, we didn't know how to really tell him that he was going to meet God. And the priest came in and just told him straight up, "Hey, you're going to be meeting God pretty soon here, and we're going to say a prayer for you." And it was very important, because as a father, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life and took him around people I shouldn't have probably took him around, had him in situations I shouldn't have just had my family in as a young man, not knowing any better. And I asked myself, as a father, did I show him about God enough? Like, it's my responsibility to make sure he made it to the afterlife, to see God, but it's my responsibility as a father to make sure that, I installed that he believed in Jesus Christ. So I didn't know how to break it to him from the time we were coming home from hospice was bringing us home. I was like, how am I going to tell him like this, to say this prayer? And when the priest came in and just did it, he stopped me, and I stopped the priest, and I was like, "Hold on, sir. I need to make sure my son's paying attention to this right here," because he had his eyes closed. He was medicated. And my son looks at me and he's like, "Dad, be respectful." And because, sometimes I can get a little wild. And I was like, "All right," that right there let me know he was paying attention. He was fully aware of what was going on. It was so peaceful how we went. because he had such courage and such resilience. But it also heartbreaking at the same time to see your child go through this. You know, and you ask yourself, why couldn't this happen to me? Someone that deserved it. This kid was graduating from Glendale High School and avoided the gangs, avoided the drugs. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't an angel, but he avoided the major BS out there. And as a father, I know this because you're not going to graduate from high school starting the beginning of the year behind 4 or 5 credits and get yourself caught up if you're out there, you know, messing around, making bad choices, hanging around the wrong people. And you
And
can't keep
honestly, bro, even if he was, it wouldn't change anything. You know what I mean? He's 18-year-old kid. You know, it's still, you know, still a loss.
It doesn't. Hold on. It doesn't matter if he was the worst kid ever. That was your baby. I'm glad he was on the right path. I'm glad he was a good kid. But it wouldn't even matter if he was on drugs, a dropout, a bad kid. It's still your baby. It's still an innocent kid at the end of the day.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm sorry for you and your wife. And I really can't talk right now, so I'm gonna just wait until I can talk.
Simon,
I'm sorry.
you're good, baby.
it just it sucks because it's like just why I that's the part I don't want to question God and have my soul turn out where I'm hateful and I'm questioning God. And you know, I've been down that path already and I worked so hard to get to the point where I'm at. And I know he took him for a reason, but the thing that just kills me, Manuel, is to see my son again, skin and bones, um, dying, and there's nothing I could do for him, you know. And I
Yeah.
can't cry really when I'm with him because I don't want to break his spirit. So I got to hold myself together and be strong for him. But at the same time, I'm dying. And so it was, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, man. Like, I just would not wish this pain on my worst enemy. It's something that you hear about all the time to other people and you feel bad and whatnot. But until it hits you at home,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah. There's no
I
way you.
don't know. I don't even know how to think right now. I don't know how to do anything right now. I just it sucks, man. It really sucks. So as a father, we're a little short. Um but I know we're gonna get this done tomorrow with the car wash. And my main concern is I know you got a lot of followers on here, and if the community can come out to support, like they have been with your drives and whatnot, if they could just come out, even if it's $1 that you drop off, it's $1 more than we had. And I went out and got a good pressure washer, armor rod to hook up the cars as best as we can, and make sure we give them a decent wash for the dollar for whatever they give. And if they could just come out and just even $1, because it's $1 more than we had before. And I promise you, I know, like you said, every kid, any kid is a loss, is sad. But I promise you, man, and I'm not just saying this because I was his father. This kid was awesome. Thought of us in his worst moment in life. He was telling me, "Sorry, Dad, for what, Mijo? I'm sorry they let me stay in the ICU with them for the last 2 weeks, and normally you're not allowed to do that." And I just cried and told the nurses and doctors, "Please, this is my son, and I just ask you that he doesn't be alone right now." And they allowed me and my girlfriend to be there with him, and I'm so glad because um, it gives me some peace knowing that my son, once I got back into town, I couldn't leave outside the room for 2 minutes because he was like, "Dad, Dad, where's my dad? Where's my dad? Where's my dad? Where's my dad?" And that right there, man, it gives me peace. It helps out, but the flesh part of me hurts to know that, you know, how he went and how painful it was for him to go through what he went through. But I'm glad I got to see it, because it opened my eyes, man. You know, I'm thinking I'm over here living a good life, change my life around, and I'm like, I haven't changed nothing. I need to change my soul. I need to change my spirit. Just because I don't do drugs, or I'm not out here being a bully or being whatever, a mishap or a menace to society, it takes more than that. It takes more work to make it where he went. You have to dig deep in your soul and change the way you think, the way you live, the way you love, the way you talk, everything. And I think I have to look at it as it was a sacrifice, like a sacrifice for my family to realize, like, we better open our eyes and change our life around, because if we don't, we're not gonna make it to where he went. And I'll be damned if my son went for, if it was for nothing, you know.
Well, I mean, we're definitely gonna do the best that we can on our end, you know. Are you guys having like a what's it called, like a get together afterwards?
That's right there. What I just posted. That's where they're having the car wash on Filiberto's on 27th and Camelback.
It's actually 23rd Avenue, Manuel. The print got messed up on it. It sits right on the corner of 23rd Avenue and Camelback. It's a
Okay,
Philly vertical.
right off the freeway.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm saying, like, do you guys need food donated, or
That right there's still up in the air, only for the simple fact that my son was so low key, and
yeah,
that wasn't his thing, like to have a bunch of people around. And to be honest with you, I understand like people get together after people
right?
pass, but where my soul sits today, that's the last thing I want to do. Is kind of, it's hard for me to be around even family right now that's coming through.
Right,
I'm in a
right,
place right now where I don't understand how people can pick up a beer and pop it open when their loved one, just, especially your child. Like, I just, and I
right.
don't, and I have nothing against people who do that, but I don't, no judgment, but I just don't want to be around that. I don't want that in my son's. I just, that's something I don't want. You know,
No, I understand. I just need, like, know some people that can donate food, but I, you know, like I said, we'll do our best to try to, as a community, to get you guys what you need or something. Again,
I'll post this.
I'm really sorry to hear this.
thank you.
You
And
know,
like you
because
guys,
our son is just like, he's his age.
yeah,
You
I
know,
follow,
so it's, yeah,
I followed you guys, and to know manuals come out, and you know, I didn't go to prison for a long time, but I was in prison in my own mind. And it once you turn it around and you're like, whoa, what was I doing? Why did I give my time to whatever I was doing? And to hear Manuel before this even happened with my son, it was amazing. It's inspiring, you know, to know like, oh man, I'm not the only one out here doing this. And to see him live with his son, and to have things turned around like he has for himself, it's amazing. You know, to be honest with you, I didn't care about the whole prison stories and all that. Like, that's the last of the thing I want. I was more inspired seeing a man up here that made the mistakes that he made, but to stand here today and be a changed man, and to be a good father, and to be in his son's life, like that right there in itself, that was intriguing to me. And that's what caught my attention, because my girl be like, what the heck are you watching? And you know, and when I was like, when she's seen him, like, he doesn't tell prison stories like that. I mean, some of them are, but for the majority of the part, he's sending a message across, and he's giving his own life experiences. And little did he know that when he's speaking about things, like people like myself, I come across where I get tested at some days, and I'm like, oh, you know what you can do to somebody, but you're not that person anymore. And so,
yeah.
to hear Manuel go, you know, you can't go no deeper than what he was in. And to see this man turn around and have a heart, it just says, okay, like, if he can do it, I can do it. And That's why I started following in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, again, I'm really sorry, that this happened to you and your family, and it's just, I'm, there's like no words, just that I'm sorry, and we're gonna do what we can on our end to help you guys.
You guys are already doing it
Hopefully,
right now by
you know.
allowing me to come on here and speak about my son and just to put it out there to the community, our community. And I even if it's two or three people that show up out of the chat or that are listening that show up to my son, that's two or three people more than we had before. So as a father, this is not in my comfort zone to get on the screen and do something like this, but it's not about me right now. And as a father, I got to do whatever I got to do, even if that meant
Absolutely.
standing on the corner by myself with a sign and screaming at the top of my lungs. It's some a father needs to do. I need to exercise any resources that I may have or that are out there, and not worry about, well, what if they say, I can't think about that. I just got to do it, and that's what I did when I text Manuel, and when he got me back, it was greatly appreciated, greatly.
Yeah. I mean, how could I not, bro? So I'm gonna post this also on the community page, and I'll also put the GoFundMe on there, and I'm gonna see if I can reach out to a couple other of the YouTubers and see if I can get them to post it on their community pages too. Um, See what I can get going. I'm pretty cool with a couple of them, so we'll see. But definitely, I'm gonna put it up on mine. Both of these things. I'll change the Filiberto's address to 23rd. Um, but definitely, I couldn't even fathom it, bro. I got an 18-year-old son too, as you know, and I couldn't even fucking imagine. You know what I mean? Like 2 weeks, like to. You're stronger than me, bro. I think I'd go back to killing motherfuckers. I don't know.
You know what? I told my girl, I'm glad she's right here. I'm glad I got my girl right here because had
Hi,
I not,
Hi, how are you?
How you doing,
I'm
we're here at
Loretta?
okay.
Walmart getting some supplies, but like I told her, as I got back into town, I ran into like a, what do you say, a crackhead, or I don't know, for a better lack of words, at the store. And
Yeah,
I don't want to put an anger out on, because it's not right for me to inflict. Not only that, but that's not what my son would want me to do. My son was
Uh-huh.
very, very, very animated on me changing my life and me not fighting with people, me not arguing with people. My son probably saved my life 2 times. That when he was little, when I was gonna get into it with somebody, and he stepped in like, no, no, dad. And instantly, I'm not thinking, but as soon as I see him telling me, no, no, dad, it clicks. Like, I can't put my son in this situation. So I turned around and walked away. And who knows what could have came of that. But I just know my son wouldn't want me to have a bad attitude or hate the world, or because I that did cross my mind, Manuel. I thought, you know what? Um, like, I'm not the type of person to be able to take myself out, but I thought, you know what? The next person that comes across that wants some business, then, you know, I'll
yeah,
welcome them. But then my girl's real quick. She's like, "You got two other kids you got to live for. What are you doing? What are you thinking?" But in the moment, at the time, I'm not. And it's
yeah,
just anger, and it's hurt, and it's a bunch of emotions. And we all love our kids equally. And I have 3 boys. I love them all equally. But some of them, they attach to you differently in different ways. This one right here was the one that responded to me every text. How you doing, mijo? I just wanted to call you, let you know that I love you, thinking about you on my way to work. I'd be driving through the mountains and the forest, and it made me think of them, all of my kids. But for whatever reason, he's the one that always answers the phone, so he got most of the calls. The other ones get the texts and whatnot, the messages, but this one would answer my calls. This one will tell me, keep your head up, dad. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what you're doing. I love you. I can't wait till you come back home when we get a house and we're living together. And seeing you and your son do it, I was like, man, I can't wait till I'm right there and I have that house and I have my baby right there living until he's 40 years old. I don't care until he's able and he's ready to go off on his own. I was ready for that, and I'm still ready with the other two, but it just again, I love all my kids the same. It just this one, he was just real close to me, man, and man, it's cold, man. But thank you for letting me come on here real quick to tell my story and for people to be able to rewind it and check it out again that ain't on here right now. I know you got a large following, and again, if I could just get anybody to get out there to 23rd Avenue and Camelback tomorrow morning from 8 o'clock till the sun goes down, I'm gonna be out there washing your cars, shining up your tires, and doing it all in the honor of my son. Uh, we're just a little short, man. I know we're gonna get this. This is not the issue, but I just wanted to get his name out there and kind of speed up the process so that way we can lay him to rest sooner than later, and just give him the burial that he deserves, you know, that he earned. And as a father, I got to do whatever I can to make that happen, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, brother. I hear you. Well, like I said, I'll post it all up. See where else I can post it. But I don't know what to say. You know, I usually can talk my ass off, bro, but
I have no words. I can't.
yeah, and that's a miracle. Her not knowing, her not being able to talk.
I'm gonna let you have that one because I can't. I can't right now.
But yeah, as you see him up there, man, he was an awesome kid. Didn't like confrontation up until the end. I'm telling you, the morning he passed, I kicked my foot on his hospice bed in the room that we brought him home, and I'm like, and he's like, I'm sorry, Dad, and I'm like, what do you mean you're sorry? He was like, I'm sorry that you got to get up like this, and it breaks my heart. And I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. I'm your dad. This is what I want to do. I'm here, and I left where I'm at because I want to be here with you. Like, stop saying I'm sorry. But it got a little hard in the ICU because I hadn't slept in about a week and wasn't eating, and I was making sure I was just watching them round the clock. But by doing so, I was making myself really tired and disoriented and taking care of him. And he didn't want the nurses to move his legs, to rub his body. It was all dad, dad, dad. And like I said, he wasn't the perfect angel, but overall, he was a great kid. And along the way, I made my mistakes as a father. And for him to forgive me and to have the heart to say, don't worry about it, and for him in his last days to be more concerned about me, his tata, his nana, his brothers, it's amazing, man. I'm telling you, man, he did not sit there and cry like, oh my God, I'm dying. Or if that was me on that bed, I'd be like, can you get 4 pastors in here praying for me? I'm gonna die. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I'd be freaking out. I ain't gonna lie. But the courage that I see my son display, I know God needed me to see that to continue on with the life that I'm trying to achieve, and not trying, that I'm going to achieve, and to have the perseverance to just not let anything stop me, and to see my son go through this. I'll tell you this much: I wasn't afraid of anything before in life too much. But some situations, I doubt myself. I'd be like, oh, I don't know. You know, these kind of people, they're different. He gave me the courage, and if he could take cancer and fight it the way he did, this is nothing right here that I'm dealing with. Whatever may come my way for the rest of my days until I take my last breath. So I gotta take, even though it may sound weird, I gotta take the positives that were out of it, and that is my son's attitude, his heart, his being respectful, and knowing that he was wanting me to change my life. What I mean by that is my attitude, not argue with people, not be mad, not walking around mad. And as a human being, you know, I thought I was doing good, but you slip sometimes through the cracks, man, and then kids will be right there to remind you, like, hey, you need to straighten it up and get this right. So um,
Yeah.
it just sucks that he's not going to be here in the flesh to see it happen. I know he's going to be up there looking at it, but guiding me along the way, and his brothers and his tatas. But I just got to pick up the pieces from here and figure out what's the next move. But I got to make sure I put heavy thought into it and not just react every day and wake up. I got to wake up with a new purpose and make sure that it's all worth it, and make sure every thought, everything that comes out my mouth is meaningful. Just watch the way I move and the way I talk, even more so now,
Yeah.
and just try to treat people good and try to help other kids out so they don't run into the same problem. And the doctors told us it's such a rare form of cancer that these kids pick up. They didn't even know how to attack it, Manuel. They told us if it was lymphoma, breast cancer, we would give this radiation to it. But because he has a sarcoma, there's 18 different variants in it. We need to get the right chemo to attack it. But he didn't even have that much time. So
I'm sorry.
It's crazy, man.
and then you think you have hope by the doctor saying things like that, and then only 3 days later they're coming in and telling you something else. And it's just been an emotional roller coaster these last 2 weeks. And yeah, man, I get to lay him to rest this Thursday at Greenwood Cemetery on 27th Avenue in Van Buren. So we're just finishing up the final pieces right here with this car wash so we can make this happen. And that way my sisters and them ain't got to take out loans and go that route. But if we have to, we're going to. But that's why I'm trying to see if maybe the community, because we're all financially strapped and we've done what we can and we've just fallen a little short. So anything that the community can come out with and get their car washed, and even if it's $1, man, it's something closer to the goal that we have and that we have said, and I believe we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah,
we're
bro.
gonna.
Well, we're definitely gonna do our part with whatever we can. I'll post this, and then I'll also, like I said, I'll put the GoFundMe up, and then I'll grab your Venmo, Cash App, whatever else you got. I'll just throw them all out there.
You need to
It's
get into your contacts manual and start,
Yeah.
calling people that you know around in the area and stuff, or like you said, other YouTubers, maybe come together, something,
I'm
Yeah.
not too familiar like on all that Venmo stuff or whatever. So what do I do? Just have my girlfriend text you the info, or
Yeah. I just need the Venmo like address. It is whatever it's called.
okay,
So it'll be an @ sign and then whatever you guys named it, and that'll
okay,
be it. The only reason Venmo is good is because they don't take a percentage like GoFundMe
the
does.
penalty.
Yeah, so you can get with
Yeah,
Venmo and and Cash App, it's your Fedia. It's you can have it's yours. So but whatever you got, I mean, put it up. If you don't have it, then you don't have it. But either way, we'll put whatever we can up on the community page. I'll talk to some of the other gente that I know, see if we can get some up on some of the other gente to put it up on their community pages. Um, do whatever I can, bro. I mean, whatever we can do. I know it's small compared to what you're going through, but I'll put it out there.
actually, it is, Emmanuel. That's the reason why I wanted to reach out. I wanted to reach out to you because you have a platform now, and look at what you're doing. You got a platform where you're able to help your people, not just your people, any people, black, white, brown, anybody who's tuning into this that wants change. Because it shouldn't just be like you said before in your past episodes where it's just our race. It's anybody, and you got that platform to do it. So it's just again a testament to how you've changed your life around, where you're helping others and you're giving back, brother. And from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you letting me get on your live, get on your time right now, and put my son's information out there.
Yeah.
And we're reaching more people by the masses by you allowing me to do so. And just thank you for being able to get back like that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, bro, I mean, like I said, I couldn't even fathom it, brother. So when I read your text, or the comment originally, I was like, damn, it's just what I told you. That's why I tell him just getting up. I said, well, let me at least get at him because it said it. You had wrote it like 14 hours before. And I'm like, damn, I don't want him thinking I read it and never got at him. So that's why I text you real quick, said, hey, this is my new middle. I'm just getting up. Let me. And then I got caught up at work and all that drama. But I knew we were going to do this regardless. You know what I mean? Like I said, it was just a matter of it becoming time for the live. But I hear you, bro. I mean, like I said, Jovan and I have an 18-year-old son, and I couldn't imagine him, bro. Like I said, I'm not sure what my response would be, but it wouldn't be. I know I don't think I'd be where you're at right now yet. Maybe, hopefully, I hope I would get there.
Oh, I'm being strong right now because I'm on this live. You almost
Yeah,
got me a
Yeah.
couple times, but I'm in the car. And it comes, man, and
yeah,
I see the little boy I brought home, the umbilical cord, the first time I showed him how to throw a punch, his first haircut for his first day of school, the first time he got in trouble at school, the first field trips, the first Christmases, a lot of things, man, just came flooding my brain and my soul that I didn't even know that I remembered. And I'm glad that I do remember this stuff, but at the
yeah,
same time too, it's something else, man. That's
yeah.
for
I
sure.
can I
Well,
can imagine, but
we're gonna do our
obviously,
best to do what we need to do. If you guys
My
need anything while you're out here in Phoenix, I'm probably gonna be leaving next week, but I have family out here. I have cousins out here. If you guys ever, need anything, um, just let us know. But we're definitely gonna do our best to try to spread the word to get you guys as much money as possible.
greatly
yeah,
appreciated. My phone's about to die. I don't know if you could see my screen got a little darker here. I just want to tell you thank you from the bottom of my heart.
no
Um,
problem, no
Much love
problem,
and respect, Manuel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to
no
you and your
problem at
wife
all.
for allowing me to get on here and just put my son's picture. It's so unreal just seeing his picture like that. That
Yeah,
breaks me down. Like I can't believe my son's on a like it's just so unreal, man. And
yeah.
just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart for anybody that's
For
gonna come
nothing,
out
bro.
tomorrow. Thank you, thank you.
This is easy for us, brother. I mean, shit, you're going through the hard part. Whatever we can do to help, listen, that's what we do.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
Unfortunately, you know, you know, not much I can say about it, bro. It's tough.
The
Um,
nature of life. The nature of life. Like
when
the
you
doctor told me.
is that what the doctor said?
No, the doc, because I said why, and the doctor said there's no. It's not like your son did anything to deserve this, or he could have avoided this. If 100 people are in a park and the person that gets struck by lightning, it wasn't like he deserved it or he did something to stand out to get hit by that lightning. It's just the nature of life and the way things work sometimes, and it's the same thing with this. And I'm just
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
man, it doesn't make it any easier, but at the same time it's just understanding that life is just we're susceptible as human beings once we take our first breaths to anything and everything that this earth has to offer. And it's not
yeah,
God's doing, it's just a part of as human beings. When we take our breath here on this earth, we're in the flesh, we're susceptible to anything. So
yeah, absolutely. When you get a chance, brother, read the comments of some of the gente. There's
yes,
just
sir.
there's some motivational stuff. I got Art Gallardo said his name is Art Gallardo in Santa Ana, Califas. He wants to send you some money for your son. Let me know what to do. So I'm gonna post all that, brother. But read the comments and check them out. And I know your thing's about to die, but when you
It's
get a chance,
Venmo
At
yeah,
at
Moni.
Moni.
It's just at Moni 257.
Oh, at Moni. Here, let me let her tell you guys. I'm sorry.
you're good.
It's at Moni 2579.
Okay. I'm just gonna
And that's
let me
for
put
your
it in
Venmo.
at Moni 2579.
Yep, that's it.
Monica Nieto.
Correct.
Okay, I got it. So I'll be able to put that on there. También.
All right.
Um,
Thank you.
Thank
yeah,
you guys.
not a
I'm
problem.
sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words.
Yeah, yeah. That's all we
All
got.
right, Manuel. Thank you. I
Bye,
appreciate you
you guys.
guys.
Be safe.
And
Okay.
I'll keep in contact with the comments and let you know if there's any hiccups or anything. I guess you can you got the number already. You can text me and let me know. And just from
Yeah.
the bottom of my heart again, thank you to you and your wife.
Yeah, you got my number, bro. Use it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
All right. All
You guys
right.
have a good
Bye.
night.
Bye, you
Bye
guys.
bye.
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 See ya. All right. If any of you guys missed that and was looking for it, it's at Moni 2579 is the Venmo. I seen someone said they didn't get it. So it's Moni 2579. That's Venmo, guys. On my later after this live tonight, I will I'll post on the community page all the information and stuff. And so like I told you guys, it was gonna be a tough night. It was gonna be a tough conversation, but I had to do it. He was always. I'm not sure, how many people remember. He was always on here. He was always on the chat. He was a listener and not. I mean, and that doesn't even matter. Anybody that were to reach out to me with something like that, obviously, you could jump right on. I don't have a problem with that. But he reached out. I woke up this morning and I had got it was in my comments. And I have to approve comments. The only ones that go right through is people that have a wrench. They don't have to be checked. But anybody else, it gets it stays in limbo until I approve it. So I was able to read his situation. He talked about how his son, and they found out, and 2 weeks later his son was gone. And he wanted to know if we could help him out, if he could come on. And I mean, absolutely, it wasn't even a question. But I was just getting up. I had to get ready, so I texted him real quick because it said he had sent that 14 hours before, and I hadn't seen it, and I didn't want him to think that I had read it and not got back at him. So I went ahead and texted him back, said, "Brother, I'm just getting up. We're gonna do everything you just asked me to do, absolutely." And and I'll call you, as soon as I can. Let me get to work. So I was caught up at work all day, never got to call him, but either way, I texted him and said, "Hey, I'm gonna go live. Let's do this." I can't even imagine. I mean, you guys know me and my girl have an 18-year-old son. In like 2 weeks, bro. I mean, for his son started feeling. I mean, he takes him to the emergency room, and then they tell him, "Hey, that's it. Yeah, he has cancer. There's nothing we can do. He's gonna die." That's that's a hard pill to swallow. I would hope that I could be the man he is, and not go crazy. And I'm sure he's going crazy. I'm sure he's going crazy in his own way. Like he said, I know that was tough for him to come on. I don't know what I would do. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. It sucks. So, and I know he emphasized on his comments to me, on that comment and on his text, that his son had kind of went, he had started getting in trouble freshman year, and then he changed around, and and was doing good, and was going to graduate from high school, and he's like, I know you like to help kids that get them off that path, and he goes, and my son was one of those kids that was on that path and changed his life. To me, bro, that even though that's great, even though that's great, it wouldn't matter if his kid was a cagapalo sitting in Durango, whatever. It still doesn't mean that he deserves what happened. No kid does. Every kid deserves a chance. Of, anyone can get a second chance. You know what I mean? I was fucking, I don't know how old by the time, I decided to just, switch up my life. So, at 18, they don't know, man. They don't know any better. It's good that, he was like that, but it doesn't matter. I would have helped regardless. And I would have, not that I help in anything. I would have allowed him, to come on here and talk. This is not hard for me to do. I'm not helping in any way. It's just, it's a sad situation. Like I said, I don't even know. I wouldn't. And now I'm just rambling. Because now I don't know what to talk about. Now I don't know where to go from here. I don't know what we do now. I don't know. I don't know what we do. Do I read comments? No. It doesn't seem important. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think we're gonna call it a night. I appreciate everybody coming in. I want to post all the stuff on there and make a couple phone calls, and see if I can get some of the other guys to put the stuff up on their platforms too. I think he told me that they're not. The total was it's like 14 grand to bury his, to do everything, and I think they're only like 2,500 short or something. They're close to what they need. So we're gonna post it. We're gonna do what we can. I appreciate everybody that came in. Sorry that it was such a bummer night, but it was important, and it's real life. You know what I'm saying? People go through that. People are going through that. And it's fucked up. But we say we're here for each other. We're a family and all that. So he was a regular, and we're going. And listen, I hate saying shit like that because it's not. Even if you're not, anybody that needs us, reach out. If we can do it, we do it. That's all. We do whatever we can when we can. So let's shut it down, baby.
No, I can't talk.
I know. I'll let you just go ahead and get off, baby. I love you. I'll call you later. And I'm gonna shut this down.
Yeah.
Thank you guys again for being here. It's tough. It's tough, man. I don't know, man. I'm too man, I've gotten soft in my old age, but that shit fucked me up. So I don't know what to say. We're gonna shut it down.
I gotta go.
Go, baby. You're good. Go wash up, baby. You're good. I'm gonna shut it down. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming in. I'm probably expecting something different tonight, but it is what it is. This is what happens. This is life. This man is going through a lot worse than any of us could imagine at this moment. And I'm sure a lot of us have gone through stuff. I've read on here a couple other people talk about how they lost their child as well. And I read Mr. Ancia say that he lost his son to cancer while he was sitting at SMU. I mean, sorry for that, bro. Sorry for your loss. And a lot of us have gone through a lot of shit, and right now he's going through it, and I'm glad that I was able to do something, that he appreciated. I mean, not that I don't think it's that big of a thing, but again, I'm just rambling. I'm gonna shut this down. I want to post this stuff. Thanks everybody for coming in tonight, for being here, for talking. I will post up the car wash stuff, and I will post up their Venmo and the GoFundMe. So everybody, I appreciate you guys. Everybody knows that I gotta go.